Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Sunday, January 18th, 2026, and we're doing a general collective reading. I thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. I love you guys. Thank you for your support, all your love, sharing with me. I'm truly honored. I pray for each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everything. Okay, hopefully you're having a beautiful weekend, beautiful day. You can see where we're going to go with this read, shall we? I'm going to start right now. Like as that came up. So Spirit Throne, either somebody's taking their throne or leaving their throne. Take it for whatever it is. Overarching energy. Somebody's missing? Yeah, somebody's missing. All right. You're missing someone or somebody else is missing. Somebody could have left this realm. My condolences. Or they wanted you to leave this realm. In that case, you ain't going nowhere. Spirit had to step in. Or Spirit is stepping in. Let's see which way it's going to go. I'm picking up different energies here. Something to do with drivers. Somebody could have had a car accident. Remain objective. They're trying to squeeze you out of something. I just heard. Freeze you out of something. Somebody's trying to objectify you. Or remain objective. Maybe there was an accident. You're thinking you know what happened. But remain objective. Something to do with love. Somebody loves your personality. You could be a teacher. Somebody else is a teacher. It could be any kind of teacher, really. Life coach, whatever. You're in service to the divine. In service to somebody else, right? So somebody's play acting. They want to take your place in life. Yeah, okay. This is a wise guy or a wise girl. They think it's funny. Or they're dealing with organized crime. It could be a search and rescue mission. Somebody's perceptions change, or they're trying to change perception. People are trying to change perception as to who you are or what's going on. I just saw somebody with a magnifying glass, so there could be investigators involved, personal or police, as is. Something happened as is. There's a backstory. Somebody wants the backstory as to what happened here. Okay? Somebody's trying to sweep something under the carpet. Yeah, disconnect. There's a disconnection here. People are disconnecting with somebody. Now they want forgiveness. You could be of the faith. They're scared. Somebody's scared. They want forgiveness. They're feeling haunted by what they brought. They're trying to be invisible. They're trying to hide you, or they're trying to hide something. Their moral compass, or where they live, or where they are, because they caused a lot of drama with some people. There's going to be some communication coming through that somebody started a crusade against you, a hate train. You're in your purpose, or they tried to steal your purpose for attention. They wanted the attention you get. There's going to be some messenger. You are a messenger. You're free. You're sovereign. You're spiritual royalty. You might get a message at home, or something to do with about a home. This is a player energy. They caused a lot of conflict with witchcraft and or spell work or spiritual warfare. Yeah, using the Ouija, opening portals. This is a snake, okay? They had other people under witchcraft to do their bidding. They wanted to be a leader, to be you. Wow! So it might have something to do with the first read I've done. It might not, okay? Only take what applies. Only what you know. Do not jump to conclusions and or assume unless you already know, okay? It's not advisable. Spirit Throne. Somebody wanted your throne. They wanted you gone. Maybe they're going now. I don't know. Take it for whatever it is. They could. I am picking up that some lives have been lost here. A divine masculine, you could be one, or somebody wanted to be one, or you're dealing with one. Take it for whatever that is. Yang masculine energy. Somebody might be gone. This might be your masculine that is gone. And I'm sorry. My condolences to you. But they're still with you. Okay? I know mine's with me all the time. All the time. Not in this realm, but always with me. It's a higher level soulmate. It doesn't have to be a twin flame. It could kingdom spouse, whatever you want to call them, okay? Yeah. Lead with an open heart. You still have an open heart. Congratulations. Receptive, empathy, and vulnerable. Someone was really jealous of this partner of yours, and they could have had a role to play in taking them out. Because they were jealous. They could have handled it. Yeah, you bring peace. Now they want peace. Balance, harmony, and friendship. This, this could be a higher level soulmate. Maybe you did lose yours. My condolences. Maybe you didn't. If you did lose yours, there could be another higher level soulmate out there, another masculine, or you are this masculine, another partner out there that's going to come into your realm soon. Epiphanies, realizations, understandings, and awakenings. Releasing. Letting go, moving on, and walking away. You got to let go of something. or they're going to have to let go of you. You called their bluff. You know they're bluffing. They're wearing a mask, pretending mask and exaggeration. Abandonment here. Somebody has abandonment issues. Maybe you were dealing with somebody, they turned out to be a narc or something worse. Delving in low level, very low level persons here involved in all kinds of shit. They don't know what real love is, but they liked what you brought because it was unconditional. You didn't judge them, but then they couldn't hold, they couldn't do right by you. But they certainly, maybe they knew you had somebody in the background that was male or female, your partner, and they couldn't stand knowing that that person was there, and you still talk to them, maybe still were in connection with, there's still love there, and they had to take them out. They couldn't be that person to you. Well, that's their problem. Abandoned, left out, walked away in cold. Somebody's feeling hopeless, or they wanted you to feel this way. Stinking. Somebody stinks. Could be all stinky himself. Sinking, despair, and falling apart. There's silence here. Stonewalling. A lot of this is cold. This is the middle of winter right now. Somebody's feeling really cold. I do know when the divine has had enough and he takes his light away, his love away. It's cold and it's dark and it's quiet. For those who need outside validation, it's brutal and you can't get out of it. Frozen. No words. Stonewall. Somebody's thinking now. They're missing you, craving and desiring. They're craving the light. They're craving God, right? Someone's exhausted. Depletion, drained, long journey. They were busy chasing thrills, right? Instead of doing what's right, chasing thrills, excitement, good times. Yeah, they're trying to change perspectives, yours or other people's perspective, where it came to you. You're way better off. People see that. You're way better off without these people, or they're better off without this person. Happiness, clear headspace. Somebody's going to be confessing something to you or to other people. The truth, okay? Unveiling, coming clean of messages. Rejection. Abandoned, dismissed, irrational fear. This is they have abandonment issues. This is all in somebody's mind, a vivid fantasy world in their mind, but it's evil. It's self-serving. There's no regulation here. There's no accountability. Daydreaming, imagining, fantasizing. They want a second chance with you, even though they could have taken somebody out that you love, or tried to take you out, or tried to make your life miserable. Reconciliation, making amends, an opportunity. Your beauty, you're a beautiful person, whether you're male or female, okay? Inside and out. You have a beautiful life. You see things with eyes of beauty, okay? You're not out of touch, but you see the good and the beauty in life, even though it's hard and it's unrelenting sometimes and it's painful. Charming, graceful, kind-hearted. This is also transformation, butterfly, right? This is change. They're hoping that being near you, they can change their lives and be seen as a good person. Somebody's very superficial. They think only about beauty. It's over. It's over. Mask is off. Farewell. Sleep behind enclosure. Clarity. Gaining clarity. You or other people. If this is something to do with the last read, a narc or worse, got a lot of people to do their bidding, to come up against you, to harm you, to take from you, to steal. Not just from you, but from others, obviously. They go really crazy. When something works, they keep doing it until it runs out, right? This was a sadistic supply, so they compromised a lot of people that thought they were doing things for the betterment of all, or I don't know, whatever story they told them. Now they're all compromised or losing. They might be going to jail. I don't know. There's clarity, truth and intentions and honesty. They see somebody's intentions. You were honest all along. They were attacking you somehow, spell work, one day. Yeah. One day, someday, somewhere, another time. Somebody's hoping. They're trying to manifest you back in, expecting, faith, and manifesting. But you're elusive. That love will always be elusive. Once they did you wrong, you pulled that love away. It's cold. Dishonesty. That's what they were. Deceptive. Okay, deception and trickery. This is a past life soulmate. Past life soul tie, karmic soul tie. They're busy spying on you. Deja vu, repeated patterns, karmic lessons. You learned your lessons. You used your intuition here. You know they're spying on you. You know they're in your energy. Social network, information and ways, heart song, telepathy, and inner knowing. You might have a platform or a channel, or they do. There's an emotional storm ahead here. Turmoil's unstable and affected. They think that you're going to swoop in and heal them, purify them, cleanse them. Yeah, this is influences here. Attachments, third parties, and peers are still. They cursed you. They were doing hexes and witchcraft and negative mind, even if they didn't hurt. The last read, there was spiritual warfare, but maybe not in this read. I don't know. But having a negative mind and gossiping is a form of spell work, okay? They cause a lot of people pain, apprehensive, afraid, and cautious. Now they're in pain. It blew up in their face. Watch what you put out, because it'll come back on you, okay? Now you have no one to blame but yourself. We have Spirit, Throne, Divine Masculine. Somebody thought they could be your Divine Masculine, or thought they could be your Divine Feminine. Okay, male or female. They were using graveyard dirt to get rid of what they perceived as their rival. But they don't stand a chance. They're not on the same level. Okay. Where are we going with this? Using spirit to do their bidding. Congratulations. Hustling, making it rain, focused on money and getting it. And that's all it is. So they thought that, oh, you know what? I'll take this divine being's place, and I'll have it all made. No. Yeah, they're forcing it. They're forcing themselves into your life. Forcing a narrative, a false narrative. This could be somebody that's very forceful. You know, handsy. Be careful. Forces things on you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want. They're what? They're looking for toehold. They're looking for a way in. No, go away. Yeah, they want you back. You're ignoring them. They're cyberbullying you. Ignore it. You're being bullied online. Or they have suffered from it, or you have suffered from it. Dust it off. Yeah. This is a gold digger and a clout chaser. Somebody wanting to be you, or somebody, yeah, they're stalking you. Stalking, watching you obsessed. Someone's into you. Good chemistry, great vibes, and positive. Love on the brain. They could be you. Imagine how much ass I can get, how much money I can get being them. But you know what? A divine being doesn't do that. So slow your roll, okay? Dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, nostalgic, marrying for money. Oh, I can find a divine masculine or feminine if I could take their place. Romantic love affair, romanticizing the twin flame bullcrap. Okay, see, big secret lovers. I can still hold on to my karmics and have this life. They're fishing in your comment section or somebody else's comment section. You're reflecting, or somebody's self-reflecting, or they need to. You're zen. There's an offer here. They made an offer to, they wanted somebody to threaten you, or they're feeling threatened by an offer. Intimidating, threatened, bothered. This is a thief. Everybody's now knowing that whatever they offered them to do, this group, this third party, these people, they're compromised now. This is a thief. All fake smiles, right? Fake flexing. Look at this. Fake. Acts rich, flosses money, acts fancy, and shows off. They have bad habits, rugs, addictions, toxicities, and now they're on the run. Yeah, they want people to give them money because they're on the run. If they stay too long in one place, the cops will catch up with them. They're bankrupt. They try to bankrupt you. They're morally, spiritually, and financially bankrupt. Somebody's moving in silence. Yeah, your shana fence are demons. You are unbothered. Remain unbothered, okay? This gets them worse than anything. Is a narc or worse? They want to know that they're having some sort of effect on you. You don't show them anything. Oh boy, they're not getting anything from you, not even energy. This really does their head in. Spirit throne, spirit warrior, I almost said. Congratulations, divine masculine. This is a go-getter, male or female, okay? They have authority, spiritual or otherwise. They're not afraid to make decisions. They're very wise and astute. They've gone through it before. They have experience. They protect their throne. And somebody's trying to hustle you or trying to be you. Trying to say that they're divine masculine, if not, or divine feminine. Place it where it belongs. Where are we going? This is a false throne. Yeah, they're feeling salty here. Bitter, angry, and petty. Don't look back. Okay, remember Lot's wife. She looked back. If you go back, you're going to turn to a pillar of salt. Get all salty and bitter and angry and petty. Daydreaming. Head in the clouds, delusions, hopes, and dreams. Oh, they'll come back. I'll force it. I'll make it happen. I'll will it. Narco. Narcissist. Egotistical, opportunist, and fragile ego. There's going to be apology, but it's going to be, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you felt like that. I'm sorry you took it that way. I'm sorry. What are you sorry for? I don't know. I'm sorry. Just take me back. They're not sorry. They're not really sorry, are they? Or they're saying sorry to this group of people they compromised, right? Arrogant, rash actions and insincere. It's all based off of envy here. Resentful, competitive, and discontent. Somebody's feeling antisocial. You're antisocial. They claimed you were. I don't know. And you're feeling silent treatment and left out. Now they're feeling it because people don't want anything to do with this idiot. A lot of tensions. Stressed out, migraines, and worry. They're facing consequences here. Bad choices, games, and mixed signals. This could be the narc and or the group they compromised. Or both. Okay? Possibilities. Follow your dreams and make up your mind and believe in yourself. And that's what you did. But they also thought, oh, the possibilities. If I could be this person, take their life. Look at the beautiful things I could do. Now they're drowning. Over your head, overextended, rock bottom. They're exhausted, maybe living out of a suitcase on the run. Burnt out, burdened, and empty. And they still have to keep up as if they're you. Nurturing, wise, a mentor, giving back. They're paranoid now. They're not hitting it. You know what I'm saying? Cautious, insecure, and guarded. Because they laughed at you. Or you're laughing now. Happiness, joy, and healing. They're on the run. People are laughing at them now? I don't know. Oh, they can't. Narcs don't like it when you laugh at them. But they can laugh at you, right? Escape, denial, excuses. Shattered. Broken, nightmares, and failure. And they burn some bridges here. And they know it. Lack of trust, disloyal, turn back on. Some of these people you might know that were compromised to come up after you, they know they burnt bridges with you as well. And this is hurting them very, very much because you're very harmonious. You have balance in your life. You're very peaceful and very happy. And they know they're fucking toxic. Drama, arguments, incompatible. They went towards the toxic person instead of to the person that would have brought them peace. Or would have been a peaceful give and take, whatever this is, okay? Okay, you don't want this stuff. I was going to use a deck I don't normally use. I thought, why not? I haven't used this in ages. But they said no. They want this one instead. So, Spirit Throne. Let's see where we're going to go with this one. Divine Masculine. Hustling, and salty. They have to keep up the appearance of a divine being, and they're salty about it because they can't keep it up. They know people are seeing it right through it. You're no divine, okay? If you are very unbalanced, your life is up, everything's going wrong in your life, there's no stability, cohesion, balance, then you're not a divine being. You're not quite there yet. It doesn't mean you're not going to be. I'm just saying, okay? But this false person, this karmic, definitely not, okay? If there's addictions, there's always fights, there's always, lack, okay? The divine shall provide. He's not going to make you go hungry. Do you understand what I'm saying? If somebody's homeless, how can they be in a situation? I'm not putting anybody down at all, okay? It's bad times. I know that. But you can't be in a position to guide and to help heal unless you are stable. So get that stability first and rise above it. And then you can do what you want to do, right? But this is something that's faking it to make it. So it's quite obvious what's going on in their life at this moment, their relationships, their money, their health, they have addictions, they're sleeping around, whatever this is not the life of a divine being, and they're getting tired trying to hustle to pretend to be a divine being. They're feeling salty and bitter about it, okay, because this is not the life they want. It's not true, okay, because if you are a divine being and you have that lifestyle, no matter if you're rich or not, you can be dirt poor, but you're living comfortably within your means. You're quite happy and stable. That's what's important, right? They can't do that. There's no stability in their life. It's always upheaval. Yeah, wish fulfillment here. You're divinely protected here. Somebody's wishing, they're praying. What are they praying for? Just slow something down for money, for a payment? Wow. Somebody wanted to be out in the public eye here and get paid for it. Unbelievable. They wanted to be seen as a healer, as a balanced person. You got to balance out your life and take responsibility for what's going on in your life. Where are we going with this, please? Thank you. Just opportunists. It's all about the money. All about the Benjamins there. And I'm Canadian. We don't have Benjamins up here. It's opportunists. They thought they could steal and steal and steal. This is tangible. It's quite tangible. It could be property, money. It could be work. It could be anything. Blessings, you know what I mean? These are your blessings. Spiritual gifts. Where are we going with this? Yeah, people are lacking trust here with this person. They're parting ways with people. Yeah, because this person was holding secrets. These could be readers, healers, and or spiritualists. Or this could be you working online. There's no communication. There's a lot of secrecy here. There's a deep knowing. You use your intuition. Yeah, somebody got exposed, or you're exposing them. This is not victory. They're hiding from the public or trying to hide you from the public because you're dead on, maybe. You are a spiritualist. You're a divine being, maybe. Yep. Whatever this is, 6 of Wands. They're being exposed. Yeah, there's proof and evidence. Somebody's looking at it. They were harvesting off of you. They underestimated you. Somebody's looking at the past here. Yep, investigation, finding out. You're alone. A lot of people came after you. Something to do with a laptop online. They're harvesting off of you. They did too much. They went too far. They tried to hurt you, take you out. They could have taken other people out. I don't know. But they went too far. Now they want forgiveness. They want to take those swords out of your back. They went to the crossroads. They made a choice, okay? They were plotting and planning to take you out. This is a permanent, and they couldn't take you out, okay? Now these people don't want to be taken out, maybe. But this is continuing bad behavior. They don't want to stop doing what they're doing. They didn't want to stop the gravy train, whatever this is. This is a permanent, profound ending for whoever this is. They made their choices, though. Okay, you're still moving forward. They're watching you from afar. You're not unalive. They can unalive you. They don't want things to change. Too bad. Yeah, they were attacking you for sure. Something's happening very, very quickly here. It could be a raid of some sort. They want to return. So whatever they put out towards you at any kind of attack is returned onto them. Oof. If it's love spells, it's back on them. That's why they're so obsessed with you. Something's happening quickly, and it's the truth. The truth shall set you free, I just heard. This is a wicked clapback. Something's unfinished. They kept doing something over and over again, didn't want to learn a lesson or stop. This is unfinished business. Lessons have not integrated. They don't want to learn a lesson. They're in their emotions, maybe. Yeah. They're pouting. They're moping. Okay, they're having a pity party, feeling rejected and abandoned. So something didn't work out. You still love yourself. People still love you. Or they sent out some spell work here, some love spells, lust spells, come to me spells, and they're still waiting for you. See that phone? Somebody wanted quantity over quality. This could have been somebody you were dealing with in the past, or maybe not. I thought everybody was going to come and want me. Your phone is... These people are, honestly, if they figured out what this person was all about, and they figured out that this person was compromising them. So this is quickly here. Things have turned over onto them. They're in their feelings because people are no longer wanting anything to do with them. And their back is against the wall. Yep, they're going to let go. They have to give up here. People are letting them go. Because they know they lied, cheated, and or stole. Lots of lies, illusions, deception, manipulation. Nothing was as it seemed. People are in their emotions here. Lots of illusions. Temptation, bribery, multiple options here. Could be a cover-up of some sort. A lot of confusion. Confusion. Yeah, distorted. This is not a divine being at all. Somebody thought they can get lots of ass by claiming they're a divine being. Male or female, doesn't matter. This is somebody who has no authority at all. Spiritual or 3D. It's all ego. It's pettiness, I just heard. They're very arrogant. Prideful. They have an image to uphold. They're a bully and a tyrant. And they hit upon innocent people. People know that you're innocent. This person's a bully. Yeah, you stood your ground. People are blocking them. They're not happy here. This is a big bully. You have the advantage, or they're trying to take advantage of you. People are standing up for you, maybe. You saw this coming a mile away. Yeah, any third-party situation, collaboration, or false contract. They're not getting along, okay? Somebody's lazy, don't want to put the work in, and disrespectful. No longer can they build off of you, or no longer will they be colluding with this person. People are not happy here. They were hiding a lot, no truth or clarity. There's lack of trust. So it's a breakup of a cult, coven, secret society, third party, or friend group, okay? There's a lot of gossip here, egregious gossip. People are not happy. Party's over. There's nothing to celebrate here. This person might be calling these people up after compromising them, going, yeah, you want to kick it? Nah. Get the fuck away from me. Somebody's not happy. They can't come back from this, I just heard. Whoever this is. lot of burdens here. It's not wish fulfillment. They lost faith in this person. They could be feeling ashamed of themselves. Somebody's sick and or injured. Losing hope. Somebody's in their self node. They could have claimed they were a divine being. No wish fulfillment. Losing hope. They have a lot of burdens on their back here. Where it came to you, they had a point to prove. Okay? For some reason, they had their nose out of joint where you were concerned. Now they're buckling underneath the weight of these burdens. Ending a cycle. Yeah, so there's going to be some communication here. Somebody's seeing you for who you are. Somebody assessed the situation. You took a different approach maybe, but there's good news coming towards you. Communication's getting around. It's 11 wands. You took a different route. Somebody's going to take a different route. They're worried. Somebody's worried. There's going to be some communication. Somebody's very worried. They can't sleep or eat. They're stressed. They're very burdened. They were getting paid or paying others. They were giving and receiving, prioritizing others. You're still balanced here. Yeah. They were getting paid or paying others for your work. Wow. As a speaker, you could be a speaker, or they're trying to give off that impression. Male or female. Okay, place the genders where it belongs. You have success. They were making money off of you online. You're speaking some truth, setting boundaries, and cutting them out. You're not suffering fools gladly. You're very astute, discerning, wise, intelligent, and intuitive. And they're playing games with you, okay? Mind games, gaslighting. They're up in arms right now. You took the high road and you walked away and you let it go. You knew they were stealing from you content or money or trying to block your money. This is success, putting the work in. You're very emotionally balanced, okay? You mastered your emotions, your craft. Successful. You put a lot of work in, hard work, diligent work. You're very disciplined and successful. I said what I said. Your mind is not clouded. Okay, the clouds are down here. You have a higher perception and you speak the truth, whether they like it or not. You're not going to sugarcoat. You're not going to, coddle anymore. I just heard. These people don't want this conflict. Okay, they were playing the mind games with you. You took the high road. You let it go. They can't. Okay, they're up in arms. They're fighting, finger pointing, blaming one another because somebody was malicious, ruthless, and careless and cruel. Emotionally manipulative, okay, emotionally unavailable and immature, self-serving and self-absorbed. People could be under the influence right now, unable to control their emotions, male or female. They're going to be arrested. This is illumination, letting go and letting God. People are letting this person go. Now people are understanding what's going on. They can't, if they tried to sacrifice you, they can't sacrifice you. You overcame. Now they're crying. The truth is out there. It's a waste of time. People are letting this person go. Piece of crap. And the last read I did before here, it was a King of Cups as well, male or female, that we're dealing with. Now they're in the reverse. Very cruel. Very cruel. They're going to be arrested. Now the truth is out here. It's illumination. This is a scam artist. They were doing spell work, having casual hookups, love bombing people until they got what they wanted, and then they left, right? Wearing a mask, very insincere. No support. They're under divine judgment. This is awareness. This is a wake-up call. Somebody wants a second chance? I don't think so. Yeah, they're doing spell work. It's awareness that they were doing spell work. This is a hoe, maybe. I don't know. They're very jealous. This is a happiness hater. People are pissed. Oh, this is a bully, a tyrant, very abusive, out of control, but they want control. This is somebody that does not create. They're a destroyer. They have no authority. This is not a leader. Yeah, they're unstable. They wanted to make you look unstable. You're doing spell work. This is so unfair. So unfair. They thought they'd make a profit off of you and everybody else, but it's a loss. They can't play games anymore. They can't juggle anymore. They have to cut their losses here. Yes. They don't want to cut their losses, though. They're digging in their heels. Why? Because they're emotionally invested. They want to come back towards you. You could be a King of Pentacles. Successful. But in this deck, I'm looking. This is someone that's play acting, pretending they have all this money. See, they're usually King of Pentacles has got the foliage around him. It's full. He's older. This is a younger person. He's wiser. He's established. He's put the work in. He's hardworking. He's abundant. He's generous. And this is it's just weeds. And he's posing with this money. He's looking down on the money as if it's his. It's his or hers. Too young to be established. I mean, I'm not saying they're not younger people aren't established. There's a lot of younger people that have way more than me. But you know what I'm saying. They've done more than me. But they're wearing the grapes on their clothes. So they're just showing off name brands as if they have all that in them. You know, they're all that in a bag of chips. That's all for show. Okay. Yep. They didn't want to let go. It didn't serve. If this is a relationship you have with somebody, they were non-committal. They just wanted you sitting on a shelf waiting for them, doing their bidding, wasting your time. They didn't want you moving farther ahead in life than they could, or their ships are coming in. They have no vision. Okay, they have no foresight. Everything's falling apart, and they're not prepared for this. This is something that keeps going back to the past, back to their past people, past bad habits, whatever this is. They're never going to achieve anything in life. Yep, they scapegoat everybody. This is the end of a family, a group, or some sort of community. It's not a happily ever after. Yeah, this is a doppelganger, a poser, a player, very karmic and chaotic. This could be a power of attorney, but right now I'm just picking up somebody's a fraud. Okay, very toxic, karmic, jealous, lazy, greedy, possessive, and controlling. Promiscuous, potentially. Very toxic. Okay, they can't get away from this. They can't. They're not going to escape this. They can't come towards you if they want to come towards you. They're being blocked. Yep. They can't travel. They can't leave the country. Something about leaving the country. They can't leave the country. It could be a stolen car, loss of a car, getting repoed, and or car accident. This is somebody that does not want to take accountability. They can't overcome this. Okay. It's going to go nowhere. Whatever this is not universally sanctioned, supported at all. This is not a victory. This is a fail. Yeah, there's nothing they can do about it either. They don't want to take accountability. Okay, they have no direction, discipline, and structure in their life. They can't accept something for what it is, that you are who you are and they are who they are. They're living in la la land. I definitely do think that. Okay, it's not going to go anywhere. They can't go anywhere. They're going to go to jail. They're going to be stopped, or they have been stopped. They're going to jail. They're stuck. Okay, there's too many obstacles to overcome. It's self-imposed. They're trying to restrict you. They're going to have to stop restricting you if that's the case. If you're online, stop putting obstacles in your way. Somebody's going to get arrested. I don't know, wherever they are, they might just be pissing themselves, literally. Okay, so I just saw somebody pissing themselves. Everybody knows the truth about them. Who knows how a narc or sociopath or psychopath reacts? Sometimes it's violence. So be careful when you rip that mask off. Something to do with pissing themselves. Maybe they can't control their, themselves. Maybe they have to wear a diaper. Something to do with that. You're single, but they're on their own here. Because you're still single, abundant, independent, self-sufficient, stable, and secure. They try to bind themselves to you or attach a false narrative to you or restrict you in some kind of way or some sort of entity towards you because you're too independent, maybe. This could be a business owner. You could be a business owner. You don't have to be. You're minding your own business. Looking the other way, you get your downloads right from source. This is harvest time. You have 9 out of 10 pentacles. So if anybody's in your life, it's because you want them there, not because you're codependent or manipulative or controlling. Somebody wanted everything for themselves. They're grieving and regretting. They're crying over spilt milk. Could be far away from home, getting kicked out of a home. They placed you and everybody last. They wanted it all for themselves. Quantity over quality. It's very disappointing, isn't it? You're disappointed in them. Good for I really am disappointed with anybody that acts like this. They wanted to harvest from you. Yeah, they try to slow you down. They have to take accountability here. Something to do with a payment. You're very faithful, dependable, reliable. You're not lazy like this person. This is your rite of passage, okay? You've passed the test. They were trying to test you. They're under test now. Yeah, they paid somebody. A warlock. This is a poser player. They wanted to get paid for what was yours. They wanted to seem like they're a great business owner and they're single, abundant, independent, self-sufficient, stable, and secure. Nah. While restricting you, they're going to be restricted now. Somebody's mad. They bit off more than they can chew. They have no authority. They lost authority or abused their authority. They didn't do anything with, I don't know. They didn't do the right thing. They have no morals, ethics, or honor. They have to take accountability. Now they're mad. This is a follower, not a leader. It's a coward. Very egotistical and prideful and jealous. Wow. Yeah, something to do with divination or a payment or a new beginning, taking a practical approach, learning something, gathering information. Something to do with a payment. They're no longer being paid. You have good financial news coming towards you. This is good news. Yeah. They're getting some karma. God. The Wheel of Fortune was beneath that. They're going through a very, very bad time right now. They're trying to cover this up. They have to pay something. I don't know. Something superstitious, and they think that, I don't know, whatever this is. Yeah, wish fulfillment. You are wish fulfillment. Emotional fulfillment, happiness. Somebody wanted it all for themselves. Somebody's posing. That's what I'm picking up. Look at all my credentials. Look at all my wins. Yeah, you're stable and secure. You know your value and your worth. You're hardworking, abundant, independent, and stable and secure. Did I say that? You know your value and your worth. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. You're a nurturer and a healer. You overcame serious mountains, okay? Hardships in the past. That's why they're behind your throne. You're working on your health and your pentacles right now. You make it look easy, but it's not. You're very fruitful and abundant and fertile right now with that bunny. Male or female? Yep, you're getting your justice. Congratulations. Balance is being restored. This is a reckoning and it's karma. The truth is here. Yep, conscious awareness. You're co-creating with the divine. You're manifesting. You manifested justice. Congratulations. You have all the tools you need for success. You or somebody else is taking action. As above, so below. Very focused on what you need to do. This is happening quickly. It's good news. Congratulations. Somebody wants to get to you before other people's messages get to you. Somebody's on the run. Oh boy. Seeing through the illusions and breaking free. So these people are trying to break free. Distance themselves from the situation of this person that got them compromised here. You're not toxic. You're not karmic. People are peeping their game and trying to free themselves. All right, something to do with a non-binding contract. This is fated. These are gold diggers and clout chasers. Somebody got curious and looked you up. They're under investigation or surveillance. Somebody's learned something. This is delayed communication from afar. They're trying to take your destiny. I don't know. They're watching you online. You're online. You're very fortunate. Very fortunate. Congratulations. You're very clever as well. Oh, they thought they were clever. Yeah, everything's fine. They're acting as if everything's fine. Meanwhile, they have all these swords in their backs. So they're trying to keep up this appearance that they're a divine being and they're here doing what they're doing, but the cracks are starting to show. They were talking mad shit. Now they're needy and greedy. They're crying, losing their emotions here, emotionally manipulative, emotionally blackmailing people to do their bidding. They're superficial, shallow, and selfish. They're not caring, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet. They have hidden addictions, maybe. Now they want forgiveness. Oh, help me, help me, help me. Male or female. They don't care who they hurt, okay? Yep, giving out false, misleading information in the past. They could have lost a child or children in one way or another. My condolences, okay? And using that for pity and or something to do with kidnapping. Could be parental. I don't know. But this is, if it's a relationship, it was non-committal, okay? Or non-committal. It was non, can we think? It was not reciprocal, but it was, I can't even think of the word now. Anyways, it wasn't love. They just didn't want you having your flowers. Somebody trauma bonded with you. They trauma bond with people. They cause a lot of trauma because they're not willing to heal their inner childhood wounds. They don't believe in healing. Now they're having, they want the relationship, the stability, the twin flame journey. They want that journey, but they're not willing to heal. Yeah, they need to heal. An earth angel, they're giving off the impression they're an earth angel, that they're healed and they're balanced and they're a teacher. I don't think so. You alchemize and transmute. Somebody might be into same-sex. It doesn't make a difference, but I'm just looking at the rainbow colored sweater. Somebody needs to balance something out their life, maybe. Yeah, they're innocent. So somebody wants to reconcile. Something to do with their children, or you're innocent. There could be a law and orders coming in. There's new beginnings starting out. Somebody could have a crush on you. So this person might be same smacks as you, and they have a crush on you. Archangel Michael's protecting you, or law and order stepping in. You have authority to speak, or somebody else is speaking with authority. Somebody's very knowledgeable and learned. It's Tower moment. Something to do with your inheritance, spiritual inheritance, your family, long-term stability. Coming to an end here as a 10. This is your inheritance. This is your legacy, your family, whatever this is. They were holding back from you. They were greedy and selfish. Well, you left you out in the cold, right? Out of lack and loss. That's where they're going. This is a contract. They made their decision. And the angels are looking away going, no, no, no. This is not who, this doesn't belong to you. Okay? Yeah. No growth here. No expansion. No authority. So we could have an STD. They were willing to do whatever it took to stop you, to take what's for you. Somebody has no passion for this. This is not theirs. People are walking away taking on losses here. The people that they worked with, their sadistic supply, you know. They hurt their own people, their own group, family, whatever this is. Because they were greedy, selfish, petty, and cruel. Very abusive. There's a lot of abuse going on here. 5 of Swords, it's a bad card, yeah. But at the end of the day, it's a defeat. Because it doesn't belong to them. Whatever this was, it was for the wrong reasons. It was depravity. It was greed. It was jealousy. It was pettiness and cruelty. Lots of cruelty. And everybody's taking on losses. And this person still wants to go. They don't give a shit, right? They think they're super smart, but no. Okay? It could be somebody in the medical field or pharmacy or just something. I'm looking at that white coat. Place it where it belongs. They think their shit don't stink. But at the end of the day, it's an end. Okay? It's a defeat. Whatever they got was temporary and dishonorable. And everybody's putting down their swords here. This one's still babbling. So somebody likes to talk, and they're still babbling. They're still using words to try to get their way. People are turning their backs on them. Yeah. People are contemplating, praying, strategizing. They need to put something to rest. People can't rest. People doing this work with this person, getting involved, they got compromised. They're having intrusive thoughts. They're scared. They're exhausted. Yeah, they were gullible. They got taken in. They were gullible and naive. They're afraid to make a move now because now they know the truth. Wow. Reckless, careless, foolish. They took unnecessary risks. The truth is out. It's a breakthrough. This Archangel Michael's sword breaking through the minutia and the bullcrap that's going on here. This is a breakthrough. Somebody's a player energy. They did something too quickly, or somebody's feeling passionate about something to take action towards this, relationship, family, home, business stability. It could be twin flame bullshit, wanting power and control, domination in this field, lustful, very lustful. They're being blocked here. Somebody's forcing to block you online. They're going to lose their online presence if they have one. This is a crime. This is corruption, abuse of power. They're acting like they don't know what's going on. This could be a warlock as well, or a crooked judge, leader, or a false prophet. False contracts, divorce, separation, whatever. It's all about money. It's not about love. It's not about healing. It's all about money. Opportunists. People see it for what it is, and it's coming down. They're not a divine anything. You are. So Spirit Throne, they wanted to take your throne. They're going to get kicked off, whatever throne they're on. Stolen throne, I just heard. They're using graveyard dirt. Maybe they harmed people that badly where they went that way. Maybe that's where they're going. Maybe they wanted you gone. I don't know. Somebody could have lost their life. I'm so sorry. This is so stupid. Somebody's ego and greed. How far they would go. This is really grave. It is. Forcing a narrative. Forcing, this could be physical, spiritual. Forces things on you. Forces their way in. Uses force to get what they want. Because they were hustling. They wanted money. Making it rain. Focused on money and getting it. Right? Saying they're divine masculine, or they're looking for a divine masculine, or you're divine, saying they're divine feminine, and they're not. Place it where it belongs. They're trying to steal from divine beings. This is a go-getter, by the way. Keep your heart open. They can't do that, right? They're getting tired of trying to pretend that there's somebody they're not. It's failing. It's failing. Daydreaming, right? Head in the clouds, delusion, hopes, and dreams here. They're salty, bitter, angry, and petty because everybody's catching on to them. Blocking them, not wanting to do their bidding anymore. Maybe challenging them on their bullshit. And they're getting forceful. Stay away from somebody like this. Once you rip their mask off, they could be potentially dangerous. Okay? If they're doing spell work themselves and not relying on other people to do the spell work, they might be behind closed doors like the coward they are, doing spell work on everyone that they dealt with because they're salty right now. Okay, so if you were dealing with this person, I'm not saying you're bad or good. I don't know who you are. Maybe you did get taken in. I got taken in the past in relationships and friendships, blah, blah, blah. Not like this. Not where I'm going to hurt other people. But, you know, people pull the wool over your eyes. So if you got taken in, I'm not making excuses for you. Try to do the best thing that you can. Atone for it. Stop what you're doing. Try to turn this around, okay? But protect yourselves. So far, it kind of seems like maybe somebody has already lost their life or potentially will. And that's not good. Honesty is the best policy. Okay? If you got caught up in something, you're not too happy, too proud about yourself, for actions you've done or what you've said, what you believed, time to turn around. Okay? Leave people alone. You don't know who's protecting them on the other side. You don't know what ranking they have and why they're here. You can't just go on gospel based on some fucking narcs say so. Sociopath or psychopath, okay? People are fucking deranged nowadays. They do the worst, they say the worst. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? Stop following people blindly, without proof, without constant stability. If this person is not showing stable energy constantly, and you know them best because you're doing things in the background with this person, you know them best, then something's wrong, okay? They're certainly not a divine being. If they're ordering people to do magic against other people, if they're trying to steal money, ideas, content creations, whatever this is, people, lives, destiny, they are not a fucking divine being. Yeah, exaggerate, exactly. This person exaggerates, okay? It's all for status. Damn, targeting innocent people. Now there's a target on their back, I hear. Yeah, they could have something to do with life insurance could be involved as well, so be careful. Like I said, somebody could have been taken out already. Put up your boundaries. Protect yourselves. Okay, they're seduced and lustful. Eviction. Somebody's being evicted. We got that in the first read too. Something to do with a nickname. It caused a lot of drama here. Smexy. Exploiting people. This was all short-lived. Okay? They're getting caught up. This is all by divine design. The divine is squeezing them, let's say. They have an image to uphold, right? That they're here by divine design? I don't think so. As a poser and a doppelganger. They're posing like they're in their north node. They can't. They can't keep it up. You're in your north node. Okay? Yeah, something to do with divorce or separation. Someone's inexperienced. Something to do with marriage. Somebody's out of control. There's a lot of slander, a lot of libel. They're going to be eating their words. They're fake news. Messages and communication. Could be some fake messages and communication saying it came from you and it didn't. I don't know. Or other people. Yeah, something to do with an engagement. It was in reverse, though. Place where it is handsome in reverse. So somebody's not very handsome. So they use all of this to get ass, to get attention. Oh, you're sick. Yeah, wrath of God. Look away while I fix this. This is a player energy. They wanted the player lifestyle, but they're going around saying they're divine. Good for them. They're facing homelessness. There's retaliation and revenge. Or a lot of people doing business with them are losing their home, their livelihoods, their business, or their life, their health, whatever this is. Their place on the other side, you know what I'm saying? This is all about loyalty. Do as I say, not as I do. They're being rejected or rejecting this person. These are trolls and haters that were trolling you and hating on you. So the divine's maybe turned his back on these people. Touch not mine anointed. You know, you're healthy. You remain healthy. You're very polite. You remain polite. You'll see them in the courthouse. See, I wouldn't want to be and they're getting nervous. Because some of these people know exactly what they did to you and what they said about you. What they wished for you. And now they're very, very nervous. Oh no. Oh no. They're experiencing what they wanted for you. There was no rhyme or reason for it. You trusted the process. You just held on. You hung tight. You know what I'm saying? There's a silent understanding that you knew this. Yeah, you're committed to what you do. Okay? There's an oath, an agreement, a pledge, and a promise. Unspoken understanding creates a deep connection between you and Source, with God, with your angels and your ancestors. You're here for a reason. Spiritual warrior. Yeah, this is your crown. They wanted your crown. They can't have it. Owner, master, top level. What they did was taboo, and they're getting, touch not mine anointed. And immortal. Damn. Now they want salvation now? Give me a break. Limit, crime, forbidden love, curiosity, resurrection, sublimation, piety, and infinity. You're in the book of life, or the book of lambs, okay? Your name is there. You have your special soul name that God has given you on that special, beautiful rock that he gave you. Only you know your name and God, okay? These people are trying to find out who you are, trying to replicate what you do and who you are and what you're doing here. It was all forbidden, taboo. People are, they're talking. There's a lot of rumors going around now. Rumor has it, rumors are flying in your circle. This is unfinished business that's catching up to them. There's a couple at the helm. I keep hearing couple. It's not over, back and forth and baggage. They want to be part of this couple. They want to be, I don't know. Take it for whatever it is. You stand for. I said what I said. Wide awake, clean and decisive cuts. Divine intervention. You trusted the process. The divine said, don't worry, I'll take care of it. And he does. And he has. And he will. And he is. Serendipity, catalyst, and karma. So you're the catalyst. They're getting karma. So you want I'm just saying if this is you. You want my destiny. You want my life. You want everything that is mine without putting any effort, without having to go through what I've gone through. These people are going to have to go through what you went through, but worse. Let them learn a lesson. Okay, you went through lifetimes maybe to get here to where you are. Could be one life, could be multiple lives, but you suffered. Okay, it's not all fun and games. Okay, this divine being, twin flame journey is not all fun and games. It hurts, it's hard, and it's not just anybody can go through it. Not everybody can go through it. They can't survive it. You're here for a reason, and that's why old Stinky's trying to stop you. That's why these divine beings are always under attack one way or another. That's why people are trying to usurp their fucking lives, their destinies, their spiritual gifts and inheritances. It's all sought after, but they don't want to go through what you went through. Oh no, they'd be the first one out. No, I can't do this. I don't want to do it. No, it hurts. It triggers me. Oh no. Do you understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to deal with demons. Actual fucking demons. Sometimes you have to deal with the dark time and time again. Sometimes you're under attack constantly for your whole life. Sometimes you go without. You go hungry. You go homeless until you reestablish yourself and you've healed. You pay off your karma and you elevate and you get into your North Node. Do you understand what I'm saying? But every time you ascend, there's always some effort trying to knock you back down because Stinky doesn't want you getting to where you need to go. What have I stepped in? It is what it is. I'm tired of this too. I am. I get you. Trust the process. He's got you. Where are we going with this? How are we ending this? Yeah. Galactic. Place that word box. This is biblical. You could have been around during biblical times. You could come from somewhere in the galaxy. I don't know. Place where it belongs. You're an authority figure. You could be a judge. I just heard judges. Or they're going to be dealing with authority figures. Or these are authority figures that are trying to pass themselves off with authority and they don't have it. They persecuted you. You could have been part of the Inquisition. You could have been persecuted a long time ago. They can't go through what you went through. Wars and battles? Exactly. You are a spiritual warrior. Imprisonment and slavery, that's where they're going. That's where they're going. They try to trap you, they're trapped. Try to persecute you. Well, everything they wanted for you is a karmic relationship. They wanted you bound to them. I can't make this up. Oh, Stinky wants you to stay in these karmic relationships. I think not. They're behind me for a reason. You know what I'm saying? They're behind you for a reason. Thanks for the bad memories. Time to go. You've elevated. So, yeah, it is what it is. Male, female, somebody could be in between. They could be trans, or they don't care whether they go male or female. Yeah, something to do with a knighthood. Something to do with gender. Oh, there's a female. They can't be all that great. It could be somebody that's very chauvinistic or misogynistic. You're a spiritual warrior. You have a great deal of wisdom. You are a rare breed. I just heard lessons and blessings. It's time. Time is up. This is your time now. I love this for you. I hope you like to read. I know it's kind of all over the place, but it is what it is when you're doing general collective reads, right? Some people take these reads on as personal reads. They're not. Please don't act as if they are personal, your very own reads. There's thousands of people here, okay? So we have to use our higher wisdom and discernment. We can't make stupid knee-jerk reactions based off of these general readings. We need proof. You need proof. You must be already aware of it. Don't take on these situations if you have no knowledge of it already or proof of it. I'm concerned with some of you out there that are taking on these storylines as gospel, and it hasn't happened. You don't have the proof. You're listening to us readers and you're thinking it's the truth. Well, I heard it from this reader. I heard it from that reader. It must be true. But if it doesn't mean that it's true if you're listening to it. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have to have proof. You can't go to the police and say, "Oh, somebody's trying to unalive me with spell work." Do you understand what I'm saying? They're going to laugh you out of that police station. They might even say you're not all there and try to put you somewhere. It can be harmful more than helpful. So please, please, please use your higher wisdom and discernment. Okay. I can't be responsible for how you receive these messages and what you do with it. I will not be responsible for it. That's why I'm being very careful and reiterating everything, beginning and ending of these readings, okay? I love you. I don't want you to suffer any more than you already have. Do you understand what I'm saying? Please be prudent. I love you, and until next time, take care.